It's Josh and Chantel, and this is Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast, a replay of today's full show.
Today is Thursday, September 19th, and on the show, well, I kind of think I might need to turn off some alarms because somebody's cranky about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Also, I've never cheated on a test. I'm so squeaky clean. Well, let's see. We talked about things that really get our goats. We had a mistaken DoorDash order. Teenage emotions are alive and well in our house. Chantel said goodbye to her relationship with Kirk Cousins.
Oh.
And we sang a song about the 7 continents.
Thanks for listening. You can hear the show live weekday mornings from 6 to 10. It's Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast. Enjoy today's show.
Ahoy, matey!
Shh. What's happening?
And good morning to ya. It's Talk Like a Pirate Day.
I'm going to be terrible at this, so I'm not even going to try.
Matey. Let's hear ye, pirate.
I don't want to.
Yes.
No.
Come on.
No, not on the spot.
Let's hear it.
No.
Talk like a pirate.
No, I don't want to.
Come on.
No.
Be a scurvy dog.
Scurvy's bad for you.
Get some citrus. Come on. Let's
I
hear
don't
it.
want
It's
to.
Talk Like a Pirate
No,
Day.
no.
You got to.
I don't want to. If you had
Yes.
warned me beforehand, I would have. But here's what's going to happen. I'm going to make an idiot of myself, and I don't want to. I needed some practice time.
Come on.
No, go away.
Talk like a pirate.
All right.
Yes. Walk the plank.
I was going to say that.
Oh,
You blew
were
it.
you? All right, what else you got?
That's it. Scrub the deck.
All right.
That's it. That's all I got.
You landlubber.
Yeah.
Come on. It's almost just Mr. Krabs at some point.
Yeah.
Not me lucky darler. Talk Like a Pirate Day.
You're good at it.
Oh, thanks.
Good job.
It is also Butterscotch Pudding Day.
I love it.
Butterscotch pudding! My favorite.
Your mouth does this like crooked.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how you get it to go crooked. How do you get your mouth to go
I
crooked?
don't know. You gotta do it. Make a crooked mouth pirate.
Huh? Keep going.
That's it. No, that's all
That's
there
it?
is today. No,
Talk
it's
like
just
a pirate
pirates
day?
and butterscotch pudding. Yes. There was so much to do in Talk Like a Pirate Day that they said, we better not mud this up. Let's just leave the pirates and the butterscotch pudding to themselves.
I like that it's Talk Like a Pirate Day and not just like Pirate Day.
Right.
It has to be Talk Like a Pirate.
That's right. Okay. Well,
Why did the pirates all talk the same?
I don't know
Isn't
that they
that
ever
interesting?
did. I just think
No,
that's
they
a
did.
caricature of a pirate. They probably were just like, hey, what's up?
Give me all your stuff.
Yeah, we're here to
rob and
we're here to
pillage.
take all your treasure. But it wasn't scary enough, and so they're like, "Where do you want your treasure?" Oh no!
It's scary.
I know. That's what's going on today. Happy Talk Like a Pirate Day, and have yourself some butterscotch pudding. Not that great a pudding.
Oh, butterscotch pudding
I
is
like
so
butterscotch, but I would way rather have chocolate pudding.
good. Oh, I'll eat all puddings.
I'll have all the pudding. Hey,
Hey,
good morning.
hey.
I got a
Hey.
question.
What is it?
The question is, if you could have the ability to time travel,
Okay.
but there was a rule,
Ooh.
you can only travel to witness a single moment in your own life.
Ooh.
What moment would you choose to
Ah,
relive
I
or
have a
see for
couple.
the first time, and why? You only get one. You can only witness a single moment in your own life. What moment would you choose to relive or see for the first time, because there was stuff that happened to you that you don't remember from when you were a baby?
Yeah.
And why would you choose that?
What are you going to pick?
I haven't decided.
I know. I have like 5. I think it would probably be, the first time you and I met.
That's very sweet.
I know.
This is a fantastic answer. Somebody said, I'd go back to the moment I first laughed as a baby just to see the pure joy before the world got complicated. Because you didn't see that. You don't remember that.
No.
But to see your little baby face laughing for the first time.
Yeah, but that would, I don't know. That would be kind of weird, too.
It'd be surreal.
Baby.
For sure. Yeah, right? Look at me. I'm a little baby.
Look at me.
This person said, I'd choose my first day of college. Like, what was I thinking? What were they thinking letting me loose in the world?
Yeah, no kidding.
Now I just want to go back and chill out. Like,
I loved college.
Right.
It was the best time.
Then people got real sentimental. Somebody said I'd go back to the time where I was with my grandparents at the beach, which is really nice. Somebody said I'd go back to those sweet late 90s so I could enjoy Saturday morning cartoons, awesome junk food, a comfy vidya.
What?
I don't know. That's what it says.
A vidya?
Yeah.
Like a video, but a vidya?
A vidya? I don't know.
I don't know there. You didn't pick. You pick one.
Yeah, I would want to go back to. I'd want to go back to like a childhood time that I don't remember, like see my parents bring me home from the hospital or something like that. I think that'd be really interesting, just to see like, okay, here's what I was brought home to. Here's the environment I was raised in. Like, what is that like?
Or would that be really depressing?
It might, but it also might be like, look how fortunate I was.
Your parents bring you home and they put you in the crib and then they just
Dude,
leave
it
you
was
there.
the early 80s. Like wood paneling everywhere, terrible carpet. Everything was orange.
They put you there and they're like, well, good luck, buddy. See you in a few days.
Yeah. Everything was orange, brown, and yellow, and that weird green.
And those crochet blankets that were on everybody's couch.
Afghans? Yeah, those were sweet.
You love an Afghan.
I love an Afghan. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. There's something about putting your fingers through an Afghan
and
when
your
you're
toes.
using it. Yes.
You got to put your toes
It's
through
the
it.
best. Anyway, kind of an interesting question. If you could go back to witness a single moment in your own life, what moment would you go to?
I want to witness
so
a lot of moments, though.
But you only choose one.
I know.
You only can choose one. Would you go back to this morning when I did the pirate thing?
Sure.
No, you
would
would
fun.
not.
I laughed. I was having a good time.
You only get one moment. You're like, I'm going to go back to like
2 minutes ago.
15 minutes ago. It was pretty good then. I like this story. This is about Beth McNeil. She's in Glasgow, Scotland. And she's been spreading joy by scattering affirmation bracelets around the city. Which is kind of inspired by the friendship bracelet craze that has been, it's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
But has recently really been picking up steam with the Eras Tour with Taylor.
Taylor who?
Yeah, Taylor Swift.
Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of her.
Yes, you have. Each bracelet has it's a little envelope. And it on the outside says, "You found me," or "Open me." And she scattered the envelopes all over the city to make people smile. And when you open up the envelope, a little brown envelope with a ribbon tied on it, you get a bracelet. And like this bracelet that I'm looking at the picture of says, "I am enough," with little smiley faces.
Oh.
And it also came with a little sticker that says, "Radiate positivity."
Yeah.
I think this is such a cool idea.
So great.
Beth is 30 years old. She deals with anxiety and depression and believes that small, simple acts of kindness really go a long way.
I agree.
So she started this project to support her own mental health and hopes to inspire others to find simple ways to put smile on faces of friends and strangers alike. And I think that's very cool.
Has it helped her own mental health?
I would hope so. I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, she's spreading joy. Like, that can't hurt.
Oh, also, you are enough.
I know, right?
You are.
Very, very cool. So good on you, Beth. I think that's super cool.
Great.
And
cute story.
Yeah, it's good news to get you going.
How many alarms do you have set in the morning?
Oh, too many. Let me look really quick. I have 4.
4?
Yeah.
Why do you have 4?
Because I think maybe one of them might wake me up.
None of them do. Do you know what wakes you up? Me.
Yep.
Get rid of those alarms.
You don't like them?
No, I hate them. Also,
do you hear them?
Yes.
I don't even hear them.
I know.
Somehow they get turned off.
Because I poke you and I say, turn off your alarm.
Mm.
And then you say, and then I say, turn off your alarm. What are the times they're set for?
They start early, like 5:10. They start real early.
Mine, that's not.
And then they go in like 5-minute intervals. So 5:05, 5:10, 5:15,
Okay,
5:20.
you got to stop that. You got to turn those off completely. 5-minute intervals?
Yeah.
Shut them down. Shut them down. Delete them. You don't use them.
It's there's a snooze function. I could just snooze one alarm, but I don't.
But it's not needed. I'm telling you, it's not needed. You and I share the same bedroom.
Yes.
I'm the waker-upper. Always have been, always will be.
Yeah.
You do not wake up. So turn those off. I hate your alarms. Turn them off. I can't even believe that they're
You're
5
so
minutes
mad.
apart. I can't even believe it.
Why? How far apart are yours?
15.
Why 15 minutes?
Because-
That's forever.
I know, but that gives you like more sleep time.
Does it?
Yes. I have one at 5, one
Yeah.
at 5:15, and one at 5:30.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Those are too far apart.
And I think I need to turn the 5 and the 5:15 off because there are days I'm like, I'm going to keep, I always think I'm going to keep those. And then one day I'm going to wake up at 5. And then, oh man, the things I could get done
Sure.
if I wake up that early.
Sure.
I never do. It goes off at 5 and I go, I still have half an hour
I got
left.
time. I'll keep them on.
I'm going to sneak in and turn those off. That's ridiculous. It makes me so mad that you have those. I'm so upset. They're not needed. Do you know what it does? The only thing
It goes
do,
burp, 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 burp.
yeah, and I go, Josh, turn that off.
Hmm?
Oh, I'm going to throw your phone out the window.
So rude.
Do you ever hear mine?
Huh?
Exactly.
I don't. Sometimes.
Never.
Not the past couple days.
I didn't hear my first two this
I
morning.
haven't heard anything. I don't know. That's why I said I don't know who turns them off. I must.
Yeah, after I poke you.
Huh? What? What happened?
The only one I heard this morning was the 5:30. And then
Yeah.
I went, oh, this is my first one. And then I looked at my alarm and I went, that can't be right.
Yeah.
This is the first alarm I've heard. It's not 5:30.
See, that's why I've got all the extras, just in case.
No, those don't do anybody any favor.
They start the wake up process. It starts you getting into that like, oh, I'm hearing noise. It's time to start getting
That's
things
what
moving.
Mine do. Yours don't do anything for anyone.
They make you angry, apparently.
I know. What time are they set for?
5:05, 5:10, 5:15.
Ugh, I hate your
It's
alarm.
5, 10, 15, and 20, just in sequence.
If you just relied on those alarms, you would never get out of bed.
I bet I would. I have. You've been out of town, and I've gotten up. I'm a big boy. I can handle stuff. Those alarms do just fine.
Okay. We'll see about
I
that.
still can't figure out who turns them off every morning. Because I don't.
You do.
Nah. I would remember for sure. I don't. So it must not be me. It's the ghost of me or something.
Yeah. It's me poking you and you reaching over going,
Yeah, I don't remember any of that.
I know. It's fine. 5 minutes apart.
What's the problem?
Out of here.
It's fine.
How do you feel about people talking on speakerphones in public?
I think they should stop that.
I also agree.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Everybody hates it. Nobody
Yeah.
likes to hear your conversation. And
Whether it's speakerphone or FaceTime, you got to not do
I would
it.
be so upset because nobody ever says, they don't answer the phone and say, hey, you're on speakerphone in this public setting.
That's true.
So the person on the other line doesn't know they're on speaker, but I would be really upset if I knew I was on speakerphone for the entire grocery store or
Yeah.
office setting to have heard my conversation. I don't like that.
You are correct.
What brings this up is at my other place of business, which is an office, there was a gentleman who came in and he needed to ask his wife some questions.
Okay.
And so he called her on speakerphone, and they proceeded to have a very long conversation on speakerphone in front of the office, in the middle of the office.
So
we
that's
all
disruptive.
got to hear the entire thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's disruptive to everyone.
Correct.
So that's my PSA. Just keep your conversations private.
I guess it like you're disrupting an office space. That's a big deal. But then there's also this point of like, finish your thing before you go into a space where you're going to be trying to handle a business or something.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to walk up to buy something in the store, finish your phone call before you get up there, because
just show some courtesy.
Yeah,
right?
Like you're here for something else. You can put your phone call on hold for a minute. Or wait till you finish your phone call before you enter the office or walk up to the counter. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't think my mom knows that she doesn't have a phone other than speakerphone. Her phone is on speakerphone.
I would imagine
all of the time.
It's probably because holding it up to your head is hard.
It's not. It's not.
No, but for your mom it might be though, because she's got to do this and sit like this whole time.
That's how phones have always been.
Right.
Since the beginning of time.
She's been holding phones her whole life.
Yeah.
Now she can put it on speaker and set it down and just talk to you.
You used to have to put a phone to your ear and the other piece to your mouth.
That's true.
You had to use both hands to talk on the phone.
That is correct.
Do you remember those days?
No. Because I didn't live through those days. I remember those phones, but I don't remember those days.
Operator.
Yeah, hello? Connect me. And you had to talk like that, as everybody did. I'm on the telephone.
I don't think it helps. At first I thought maybe my mom is just always on speakerphone because it helps her hear what people are saying.
She'd hear better holding it up to her head.
Yeah, people are on speakerphone and she's still going, what?
She needs one of those, the cone, the funnel thing.
Oh, I need one of those.
Speak into my good ear. And all that. Yeah.
I need one of those. Where can you buy one of those cones?
I don't know if they still make that because they invented hearing aids.
Lame.
So they got away from the funnel and went to something a little bit better.
That doesn't look nearly as cool.
You're right. Yeah. The cool factor is what the funnel has going for
and
it.
You have to carry the funnel around with you?
Yeah.
Excuse me, what?
And you just sit in your rocking chair covered in blankets, listening.
I can't wait to be old.
Getting all the tea. Oh, boy. That's you. That's old Chantel sitting in a rocking chair under blankets.
Doesn't that sound lovely?
No, it sounds awful.
No, it doesn't. You're going to be next to me. Let me tell you a little story about Chantel.
Oh, okay. Here's a little story about Chantel.
I feel...
That's your jingle, by the way. I just snuck that in there. Here's a little story about Chantel.
If I had a theme song, that'd be
It'd be that. Let's hear the little story about Chantel.
Here's a little story about Chantel. That's me.
All right. It's growing. Okay. We'll workshop it.
So I feel like I'm a pretty tolerant person. Do you feel like that I'm tolerant?
Sure.
No.
Of what?
I just a lot of things.
Yeah.
I feel like I can put up with a lot of things.
Yeah.
One thing that really, really gets my goat.
Yes.
Which where does that saying come from?
I don't know. You want me to research that?
Gets my goat. I can't stand people popping gum.
I understand that.
Clicking, popping, you know what I'm talking, like just the popping of the gum. And I'm not talking like a big bubble. It's like the little ones, the pop,
yeah,
pop.
It's when you've got it, you're chewing it, and you work in those little tiny bubbles and go.
I cannot stand
the whole time you're chewing.
I can't stand it.
I totally agree.
Nothing makes my blood boil more than that.
I agree with you. It's a noise that is very unique, and it sounds like you're chomping on rocks or something.
Yeah.
It's wild.
It drives me crazy.
And I have self-diagnosed misophonia, which is, mouth noises in general make me real cranky real quick.
They do.
And chewing gum or lip smacking like that with the little pops,
Ooh.
that's it.
I was taking a math test once in college.
What a distraction.
And there was a person behind me. And math has always been very difficult for me.
Sure.
So already I was on edge. And there was a girl behind me popping her gum while I was taking a test. A math test of all tests.
Yeah, of all things.
I almost strangled her with that gum. I really could have. And I'm not an aggressive person.
Listen to the tolerance.
But I went, you gotta stop. You have to stop.
Yeah.
The whole room's quiet except for pop, 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 pop.
So here's where "gets my goat" comes from.
It's my goat.
When it comes to irritability, some say the phrase comes from the idea that goats are irritable, so it makes sense to use it to describe people getting irritable.
Goats are irritable? I wouldn't have expected that.
Expected it?
I wouldn't have guessed that. I wouldn't have guessed or expected that.
Oh. All right.
Expected.
Well, here's something else. In horse racing, trainers would put goats in the stalls of their racing horses to calm them down before the race. In an attempt to gain an advantage, rival trainers would sometimes steal a goat on race day to upset the horse and make it lose.
Oh, he really got that goat.
Yeah, he got my goat. Yeah, that really gets my goat. Some people say that explanation is dubious because early examples of the phrase are more commonly found in boxing and other sports rather than horse racing. So, I don't know. But "get somebody's goat" means to make someone annoyed or angry.
Yeah.
The way you're chewing that gum really gets my goat.
Yeah.
So you used it properly.
Thank you.
Which is good. But, yeah, that
You know who doesn't use their gum properly? Anyone. Throw all gum away.
I don't like gum in general.
Gum is the worst.
I like a mint, but I don't like gum.
Everyone hates it when you're chewing gum.
It hurts my jaw. It does weird things with saliva.
TMJ.
I don't like it.
From chewing a lot of gum.
I don't like gum.
And that is my complaint for the day.
A little story about Chantel.
Here's a little story about Chantel. Hope you enjoyed it. There we were last night. It was, what time was it? About 8:30. And I had made myself a nice cup of tea. And you were just lounging on the bed doing social media.
Yeah.
Emery was in her bedroom doing teenager things.
Yeah.
And I had just given the dog a treat. And I hear a truck outside of our house.
Yeah. It was loud.
So I peek out the window and I go, whose truck is this? And why are they outside my house?
Right.
And I go, I don't recognize that truck. And then I do the sneaky thing where I'm like peeking out the window so they can't see me. And I'm like, who is that? Who is that? And then I see somebody get out with a Chick-fil-A bag and a soda.
Yeah.
And they're walking to the door. And I go, total panic. And I run to the bedroom and I go, did you order Chick-fil-A? Did you order DoorDash? And you go, no.
No, I did not.
I say, Emery, did you order DoorDash? And she says, I don't have any money.
Yeah.
So then I said, who ordered DoorDash? And then we look at our camera because we have a Ring doorbell.
Right.
And we see this woman from this truck has placed the stuff on our door and driven away.
Yeah.
So I make sure they're gone because it's scary.
Right.
So
scary.
I open the door and I see on the bag it says Alex.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody named Alex that lives here.
Yeah.
So,
we'll just leave it on the step.
I just left it there. I said, clearly they've gotten the wrong address. And Emery was in the bedroom and she said, I'll have Chick-fil-A. What is it?
I know.
What's the chicken sandwich? Because I could go for it. I said, it's a spicy one. And she went, never mind. Then maybe, not even
it was
5
2
minutes
It was
later.
2 minutes later.
We hear the truck come back and we get our camera out again and watch them jump out,
run to the door,
grab the food, and hike it over next door.
Yep. Here's what I was looking at in between parts where you were like, "Oh, do we just leave it on the doorstep?" And when they came back just a couple of minutes later to move it, If DoorDash accidentally delivers an order to your address, you can report it to the DoorDash
Oh,
support
okay.
by uploading a photo of the receipt or details of the incident, and DoorDash will investigate the order and issue a refund if necessary to the person who bought it. I didn't pay for it.
No.
But it also says here that if you were to have taken it into the house, DoorDash drivers are not supposed to take back orders that were delivered to the wrong address.
Yeah, because that seems
because they don't know what might have happened to the food, right? It's not clear if it's illegal to keep a misdelivered package, but it is considered theft and punishable by law to keep it without trying to correct the mistake. So there you go.
There you do go. Okay, there are rules.
Yeah, at least there are some sort of communication about it. It does say that to avoid delivery errors, you can make sure to include a note on your order with more information about your house, like in the notes section. You could also change your delivery address in the DoorDash app by tapping, and changing a few settings if you needed to adjust it. If it continually happened to you that your stuff got delivered to the wrong house. Look, our house number is not hidden. It's very large on the front of the house. It's unmistakable.
And we have a very large, bright, shining porch light.
Right.
It's not like we live in a dark front
Correct.
porch.
Yeah, no, you cannot mistake the number. So it's curious to me how that happened, but, I bet
she was probably like, crap. Because I can't remember if they send a picture when they deliver it, like Amazon does, where they're like, oh, it's been delivered. Here's a picture of the items on your front porch. You get notifications when it's been delivered. So I think whoever ordered it probably got the notification that it was delivered and then said, hey, I don't have it. It's not here.
Went to the front step and went, no.
It's not here, and then reported it. And then the delivery person was like, crud, and came back. But I bet the whole way she's driving back going like, please still be on the front porch.
Yeah, for
please
sure.
be still on the front porch.
I don't want to have to deal with this.
Yeah. I don't want to have to knock on the door and say, hey, do you have a DoorDash order that was mistakenly delivered here?
Yeah, we almost just had, just some regular free food, I guess.
That was quite exciting. It was exciting for a Wednesday evening. That kind of excitement doesn't happen to us on the regular.
It was definitely unexpected. And almost free food. Almost.
I like free food.
Well.
I like free anything.
Yeah, I know this about you. When a truck falls over on the freeway, free food.
We live with a 15-year-old.
Yes.
She has a lot of emotions.
Yes. She is a 15-year-old high school girl. This is fact.
Last night, I don't even remember what we were talking about, but she got upset by something. And then I said, don't be mad. And she said, I'm not mad. Slam.
It was food.
Oh,
she was mad about food.
That's right.
You and I had gone out to dinner with a friend, and when we got back, we said, hey, what do you want for dinner? Because you didn't feed yourself. So what can we help you make? And she was upset that we didn't just go through a drive-through somewhere and bring her something. And so she was like, oh, there's nothing that I want here in this house, in this whole house.
We have no food in this whole house.
Which I've been there.
All of it.
I've been in that mode where you're like, yeah, you're right. We probably don't have anything in this house.
We do have things in this house.
Right now we have food
We have things in this house. She just didn't want to eat any of them.
And so she was frustrated, and she said, I'm not even hungry. I'm not going to eat. I'm going to bed.
My favorite part was that she said,
cranky.
I'm not mad. And then she proceeded to slam the door. And I went,
you say slam like it was violent. She just shut her door
loudly.
It wasn't.
It was a tad aggressive.
It takes a minute, like a little bit of effort to close the door. I don't think she was overdoing it. It was definitely a punctuation on a sentence.
There you go.
But it wasn't an exclamation point. It was just I'm done, period.
Yeah, conversation over.
Yep. It was definitely punctuation at the end of her sentence. But it was, anyway, she'll be all right.
Well, and that's the thing. Here's the thing about women and girls, teenage girls.
Oh, tell me.
Just give them a snack and a nap. Tell them they're pretty.
I tried.
And then
I said, what do you want for dinner? I woke up at 12:30 in the middle of the night because that's when our son gets home from work, and I heard some rustling about, and I went and checked on her. I said, did you get any food? Do you want food? And she's like, I had some chips. And I said, that is not it.
no,
it's not food.
Chips isn't it?
Like, I know it's 12:30, but do you need me to make you some food? And she was like, no, I'm just going to bed. I'll eat something in the morning. And I said, okay. I'm not going to make you eat. You'll eat when you're hungry.
Yeah. You're not going to starve to death.
It's the way it'll go.
But if someone is cranky, just give them some snacks. Give them some food. So I know that was the whole problem last night. She was just cranky because she was hungry.
I know.
You can lead a horse to water.
Oh, as they say. But you can't what?
You can't make him drink.
That's it. You did it. You did one.
I do them all the time.
Through.
I do the right idioms all the time.
Sometimes you don't.
When
you don't do them right.
Never.
Except sometimes.
I saw a video where there was a kid and he had a pair of Crocs on.
Yeah?
And then he lifted up his his foot out of the Croc. And in the bottom of his Croc, he had taped a piece of paper down with all of the answers to the test that he
Really? Really? We're doing old school cheating.
What did you use to
I didn't cheat.
Never? Not even once?
No.
Not even once?
No.
Not even if you're like, hey, bro, tell me I know we've got a test coming.
No.
You had that class, but I've got that class coming in 6th period.
No.
What's the answer to number 6?
No, I did not.
Never.
No.
Squeaky clean, Josh.
Whatever.
Never doing anything wrong.
I didn't.
Never lied to my parents.
School.
Never cheated on a test.
No, I would have had better grades if I would have. I didn't. I just dealt with the fact that I was going to have whatever my GPA was. I didn't put a lot of thought into it.
I can't remember a specific time that I cheated, and it's not like I did it regularly, but I know that there were certainly some times that I was like, bro, I got a test. I didn't study. You just came from that class. What's the test like? What are the questions? So I know
that matches your personality. That does not match my personality. My
what is
personality
that supposed to mean?
Because you have a fear of the unknown and going into a situation where you're already stressed because you have test anxiety. Now you're just piling that up with, I need to know, what did you think? Peer review, I guess you could call it, isn't going to help you on your test. It was hard. Oh, great. Now you already have that planning in your mind that it was hard for somebody else, so it's going to be even harder for me.
Well, fine. Sure.
Yeah, because that's how you work. And if they went, dude, it's a piece of cake, you'd be like, no, it's not. It's a test. It's going to be hard. So it doesn't matter what anybody would have said to you.
You don't even know me at all.
It's weird how I know you so well.
You don't know me at all. You don't know my life. You don't know my person. You don't know me. You don't
I do.
know me.
I do. Where for me, I'm going to walk in the room and I'm going to go, hey, there's that guy I know. And there's cool. All right, we're doing a test today. I should have probably studied. I didn't. Oh, I need to borrow a pencil.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah, that is you.
So
how did we find each other, you and I?
Magically. It's magic. It's magic.
How is this working?
Perfectly. Because you're over here going, and I'm over here going like, what day is today? Do we have something to do tonight? Because I feel like you told me 7 times there's something going on, and you probably added it to our calendar in our phones.
Yeah.
And you probably put it on the wall. But what's going on tonight?
Yeah.
It happened this morning. You were like, oh yeah, I got to do this thing. Or we were talking about Saturday. I got to do this thing. I said, I thought you had to do that thing. You're like, no, only that. And I went, no, that's not what you said. I'm like, no, it's always been just that. Whatever.
Yeah, that's our life.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Every day. So when it came to tests, nah, I didn't cheat.
Well,
I forgot there was even a test. I didn't have time to prepare to cheat.
Oh, I knew there was a test. I just didn't want to study, so I never did. And so then I was like, I'll just stress about it the whole time.
That helped.
It just certainly did.
I don't think it really helped.
No.
Yeah.
Gave me high blood pressure.
Do you know what, though?
What?
We graduated, years and years and years ago?
And guess what? I've never used any of those math equations.
None of them?
Not one.
Let me give you some problems.
No, I don't want to.
No, just to see if you remember.
I won't. Are we on?
We're there.
You're not. You're supposed to point to me, and you didn't. I didn't see a point.
I know. I hadn't pointed yet. Hey.
You pointed. We're on. Here, we're good. Let's go.
What's up?
Emery had a test, and she said, how come I can remember song lyrics like nobody's business, but I cannot remember things for a test? And I said, that's because you have to make up song lyrics to remember things.
Yes, and you had created a song.
I did.
All about the continents and the oceans and things to try and help her with a test.
Last year I did this.
Right.
It went like this.
Oh, you remember it now?
North America, South America, Europe, Asia.
Yeah. And then?
Was Antarctica last or Australia last?
Antarctica was last because then you went, Antarctica.
She hated it.
Yeah.
I thought it was very helpful. And
I think she probably did well on that test because you helped with it.
I think so too. And I think there was a sneaky little part of her that she had forgotten about the song until she went to take the test. And as she was writing the test, she's singing it in her head going, North America, South America,
Asia. Oh, no.
And that makes me have all of the feelings of warmth.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure it earwormed its way. You sang it a lot. And to the point she got really annoyed by it. And then when she brought that up as a conversation yesterday on text, you guys were going back and forth and you couldn't remember the song. And I started typing. And before I could even finish, she saw the bubbles pop up that I was typing and just said, Dad, no. Before I even finished the sentence. I've never been cut off in text before. Yesterday was a moment.
I loved it. It was hilarious. I laughed out loud.
Did you?
Literally.
You LOL'd.
I did.
Yeah.
Is it LOL'd or
literally
LOL?
Laughed out loud.
I know, but is it LOL or LOLL? I literally LOL'd or I LOL'd literally?
Because there would have to be a comma if it was literally after. So it's LOL, I think. That's what I think. Lol. Anyway, you literally laughed out loud when you saw her say, Dad, no.
Dad, no.
And all I said was North America, South America. That's it. I didn't even say that. I just said it was about the continents and the oceans. And then you went, oh, yeah. North America, South America.
Europe, Asia.
Antarctica.
Africa, Australia. Antarctica. Is that all of them?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Yeah, that wasn't my test.
There were 7 of them.
Yeah.
North America, South America, Europe, Asia.
Africa, Australia, Antarctica.
That's all of them.
Good job.
It's Thursday. Do you know what that means?
Thursday
football.
I don't know. Oh, Thursday football. Okay. Yes.
So I'm all wrapped up into football right now because we have a fantasy league and I really want to win. It's just our family.
Right, just the 4 of us.
I just really want to. I just want to beat all of you.
Settle down.
You settle down. I will not.
You beat me last week. Our entire league, every team is 1-1. Every team is 1-1 and lost 1. So basically every team is exactly the same. Because we only have 4 teams, we will all be going to the playoffs at the end of the season.
Okay.
So we're shoo-in for this thing for the long haul here. I have what our son has dubbed the injury curse because as I look at my roster, I have 7 players that are injured currently.
Yeah, you are
out of my 16 on my roster. That's not good.
No, it's not.
I'm really not happy about it. So, anyway, you play against who this week? You're playing against our daughter.
Emery.
You're playing against our daughter. That's right. So I'm playing against our son.
Okay, here's what happened. I I initially got into football because I watched a show where they focused on Kirk Cousins, who was at that time the quarterback of the Vikings.
Yes.
Kirk Cousins is now the quarterback for the Falcons.
Yes.
But he was the reason that I started watching football because I just liked the attitude that he brought to the game.
Right.
Then he went and left the team, and I went, I don't know if I can support you anymore.
There was a lot more than just him leaving, but go on. We've had enough conversation about the whole Kirk Cousins debacle.
I was forming my fantasy football team. I was looking at the best quarterbacks. I think the best quarterback in the league right now is Lamar Jackson.
Who you drafted.
I think he's awesome, and he's a quarterback for the Ravens. I think he's fantastic. And he has performed for me for the last 2 weeks in my fantasy team.
Yeah.
So he's my number one quarterback, and I put Kirk Cousins on my bench.
As your backup.
I just, as of 10 minutes ago, dropped Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I got the notification on my phone that you dropped Kirk Cousins like a bad habit.
Yeah, I did.
And he performed pretty well.
He did last week. He did not perform very well the week before, but also he's been benched for the last couple of weeks, so he's not giving me any points.
So you did that, and you picked up Sam Darnold. Now, Sam Darnold is the Minnesota Vikings quarterback.
Who has been performing phenomenally.
Okay.
So he's my bencher.
All right.
And Kirk Cousins is off my roster completely. That's big-time news.
It is.
Big-time news.
Big-time sports news. We got big-time sports news. Kirk Cousins is off the team.
He's done.
He's been replaced. Sam Darnold. All right. Well, thank you for the big fantasy football sports update.
Yep.
Big time news.
Kirk Cousins is, as you said, dropped like a bad habit.
Wow.
It wasn't a bad habit. He's just done. I'm done.
Big time sports news.
It's like a relationship breakup, but it ended amicably.
Did it?
Yeah.
I feel like you just kicked him off the team.
No, it's like, hey, maybe we're just better off being friends.
Oh.
And he's like, yeah, I think that's the best decision for both of us.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
When you told him?
Yeah.
He took the news okay?
I said, you're going to be just fine without me, Kirk. You're going to do great. You're going to go on and do really good things in life. And he said, I think the same for you, Chantel.
Oh.
And then we bowed to each other like we were
like in a dojo?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you were doing karate?
Yeah.
Like you'd been sparring partners?
Yep.
I see.
And then we said, have a nice life, buddy.
Well, in other news, Kirk Cousins is available in our league if somebody wants to pick him up.
Go for it.
I'm just saying.
I give you permission. That's like giving a friend permission
I don't need
to date
permission
your
in the league to pick up a quarterback who's available on a roster.
Go for it.
All right. Well, I'm pretty good with what I got.
Who do you have?
Jalen Hurts and Baker Mayfield. I'm good.
You should probably pick up Kirk Cousins.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
We have gasoline-fueled cars. Well, yours is diesel. I have a gasoline vehicle.
That made me think of that old song. Something gasoline.
Oh, okay. You know? Okay, yeah. Something. I think that's the right words. But anyway, when we go to the gas pump, when you go by yourself to fill up your gas tank, what do you do while the thing's pumping?
What do you mean?
You pull up to the gas pump, you get out, you do all the stuff to make the thing work.
Okay.
You put the nozzle in the car, you pull the handle.
Yeah. What do I do while I wait?
Then what happens?
Okay, here's what I do, because this is what I've been told my whole life to do. They say...
Who are they?
All of the warnings on the gas pumps.
Okay.
Don't get back in your car. Don't be on your phone. And so I've done that my whole life because I'm afraid of lighting things on fire. And then I look around and I go, everyone is sitting in their car. Everyone is on their phone.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is disobeying these laws. Everybody is going to light this place on fire.
No. So I watched a Mythbusters about this particular thing, and they actually found out that the thing that the fear of getting in and out of your car is that your clothing and depending on the fabric of your seats could potentially generate a static electricity charge that then when you go to grab the gas pump, that would spark like that little shock and would be enough of an electrostatic charge to ignite the gas fumes and cause a fire. That's the fear, right?
Okay.
A cell phone does not generate enough spark or heat to make that happen. It would take an open flame or spark to make that happen.
It's only
and
been...
they couldn't make a spark big enough to cause it. So they said it's plausible because all of the elements to make an explosion happen are there, but it's very unlikely. Yeah.
It's only within the last couple of months that I've started to get back in my car and or use my phone.
Okay. You're
because
finally getting brave.
Yeah. Before that, I was like, no way, I'm not going to be the cause of a gas pump fire.
Yeah, listen, and do what you feel comfortable with. I'm not saying be all haphazardly. Like, don't be like smoking next to the gas pump.
No,
that's a
don't do
terrible idea. Don't smoke anyway. If today's your quit day because of me, you're welcome. So there are electric vehicles as well as gas-powered ones, right? And the electric vehicles take a little bit more time to charge. And so different manufacturers are building in different things to occupy your time. Because sometimes it takes 15, 20 minutes to charge before you can take off. So it's a little bit more time. Well, I would say, unless you're waiting in line at some certain gas station, it's a little more time.
What?
Where I go get my gas, I'm so tired of waiting in that line. I'm so tired of waiting for people to pull forward. Just pull forward. Pull forward. There's a middle lane between the lines of gas pumps. You can go in that middle lane and pull forward. Pull forward so I don't have to sit behind you while we wait. This is ridiculous. Anyway, other than that gas pump, typically you're in and out within 5-10 minutes tops. 10 minutes is probably the longest you would ever sit at a
gasoline?
Yeah, for gasoline.
For petrol?
For petrol. But for an electric car, it takes 15 to 20 minutes. So what are you going to do? You got 15 or 20 minutes sitting in your car waiting for it to charge.
You're doom scrolling. Your social media.
All right.
Yeah. Or playing a game.
So some of them have built in screens where you log into your streaming service and watch shows while you wait.
For 15 minutes?
15 to 20 or more.
15 minutes isn't that long.
But long enough that you could, I mean, if you're already parked, you got the thing plugged in, you hit the button, you can pull up a show right now and watch.
Okay.
Okay. Or the folks over at Ford have developed a new karaoke app for the F-150 Lightning, and will be also going to the Mustang Mach-E. This app is designed to give people something to do while their vehicle is charging. So you plug in your car or truck, get back in your car, and then you open up the karaoke app and you're just singing along.
I kind of like it.
Doing karaoke in your car while you're waiting for the charge.
Kind of love it.
Yeah?
As a person who likes to sing and a person who likes to sing only in her car and on the radio sometimes.
No, I've never heard that.
That sounds amazing.
All right. I mean, it'll be something.
But you can do karaoke in your own car with your own music. You just I don't have a microphone or the words.
You kind of need a car microphone.
I kind of do, don't I?
I mean, only when you're stopped. You don't want to be driving and holding that and singing.
Unless I have an earpiece.
Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get you Madonna had one.
Exactly.
Who else wore that thing? Usher. Usher wears it.
Anybody who's trying to sing and dance at the same time.
Did the NSYNC boys wear them?
I'm sure they did.
Yeah. I think they did.
I think they did too.
Plus, you also kind of look like a hip receptionist.
Exactly.
Operator? That's the way to go. Look at her taking calls.
I need one of those.
You do?
Because then I can also use my arms.
Do your dance moves?
Yep.
Are these your dance moves?
And then I'll pretend I'm on stage.
Oh.
Well, also driving safely. I'll also be driving safely.
How are you driving safely doing these karate hands?
Because you only have to take off your hands off the wheel briefly.
I see.
To do a cool, sick move. And then you put your hands back on the wheel and drive.
Or while you're stopped at a light.
Exactly.
I want to pull up next to you without you knowing and see you doing karate chop hands.
No, I don't do that when I'm stopped at the light because what if people are watching and then I stop?
Have you ever been busted dancing?
Kind of.
Well, you have?
No, I try not to look over.
Oh, you just do it in your own zone?
Yeah, I just pretend that I'm Because my car windows are tinted, but they're not tinted enough.
I see. I got busted one time doing some finger dancing like that, like like maraca fingers. Yeah, it was pretty good. And the girl who was next to me was laughing, and I looked over and saw her, and she was mocking me, and I went, "Yeah, it's a cool move." And then the light turned green, and I went, "I'm embarrassed. I got to go." Hey, over there.
Hey.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
Would you rather this or that?
Would you rather have small talk with other parents at the playground or have small talk with pet owners at the dog park?
Oh man. A dog park.
Why? I hate both of these.
I don't
hate
mind.
both
Look,
of these.
the small talk at the
is
dog
the
park.
worst.
I get it. But the small talk at the dog park is going to be about dog breeds. How long have you owned the dog? How old is the dog?
Exactly.
You're not going to walk up to a parent at the park and go, how long have you had that kid? It's way harder. It's way harder because then you have to get into like personal life stuff.
Except
I'd rather just talk about dogs.
I remember taking my kids to the park when they were little and having that small talk with other parents, and you're like, this is the worst. And then when we got our first dog and we took her to the dog park for the first time, I was like, this is great. I'm going to sit on this bench over here by myself while my dog runs around. I don't have to worry about pushing my dog on the swing. I don't have to worry about that dog talking to other dogs and then me trying to like make friends with the dog's friends' parents. And the second I sat down on that bench,
hey, what kind of dog you got?
People, and I went, leave me alone. I'm here to watch my dog run. Don't talk to me.
That's so funny. I would take the dog conversation over the kids conversation.
All right, I kind of would too.
What school do they go to? Oh, did you see there's a sale at the mall? Ugh.
Except with the dog conversation, they did ask all those questions. What kind of breed is it? And I went, I don't know.
Dog.
We rescued her. I have no idea. And I don't. And they were like, oh, my dog is a French bulldog and something else. And I went, I don't know what those dog breeds are. I don't know.
You don't have to. You can be like, cool. That's
Leave
great for
me
you.
alone.
Yeah. Oh, is that a temperamental breed? Oh. What's the life expectancy on one of those? Are they a long life dog or?
What kind of brown pellets do they eat?
Yeah. What do you feed them? Soft food and hard food? How often do you put water in the bowl? Are they kennel trained? They good on a leash?
Do they like the mailman?
Yeah. Who's your vet? Ooh. And then you get the other side. Who's your pediatrician? Yeah. Oh, fancy small talk.
Saturday Night Live is kicking off its 50th season.
No way.
50.
That's
when is
wild.
That Saturday Night Live movie coming out? They've got a movie coming out.
Good question.
And I want to watch it. It's all about the early days with
like Chevy Chase and Belushi and all that. October 11th.
That's
is
when
the
movie comes out?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sweet. So they've got a pretty good lineup for the first couple of episodes. They've got Ariana Grande with she's hosting.
Grande. Oh, she's hosting? And musical guest? Or
her musical guest will be Stevie Nicks.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I don't know if it's no, it is. It is Fleetwood Mac. And Stevie Nicks is singing with them. So
cool.
That's pretty great.
That's really
and then
cool.
John Mulaney and Coldplay.
Okay.
And then Nate Bargatze.
He's great.
And Michael Keaton is set to host. And Chappell Roan.
Oh, it's going to be huge.
Billie Eilish.
That's going to be huge.
These are all really, really great hosts and really great musical guests.
Artists. That's cool. All right. And so this weekend is the first episode of season 50.
Yes.
Is this Lorne's last season?
It doesn't say that.
Because I'm pretty sure he was talking about stepping away and that Tina Fey was going in.
Oh, yeah. I did hear something a little about that. You're right.
But I don't know if this.
But it doesn't say
this
this
season.
article that I'm reading doesn't say
Because
that
Lauren's been
he's-
there since the beginning, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's been
He's
doing
been there
this
since
for
the
50
mid-70s.
years. For 50 years, dude's been doing this.
Okay, listen. Oh, I love Saturday Night Live.
You
I
always
haven't,
have. Yeah.
I haven't loved it in the last little while because maybe I'm too old. Maybe I feel a little out of touch.
It seemed like what was weird is it went from we kind of understood some stuff, but it was a little too old, to this really small window where things were applicable and hilarious and relevant, to like overnight, it was like, I don't get this comedy. It happened quick. And the writers changed and the comedy changed, and like the people that they've got as new cast members, we were looking at some of them, and one of them we saw was like a comedian from TikTok.
Yeah.
Like hasn't been an actor, hasn't been a stand-up.
Right, because they mostly get people from Second City or the Groundlings, or like they go there and they scout for these people.
And then now this is a
she's a
social
TikToker.
media content creator who's been cast on SNL, which is it's kind of
But we
inspirational
watched
to be like,
her. We
yeah, I
watched
don't
her
get it.
videos, and we were like, I don't. That's not funny.
I'm an out of touch old man. That's what
guess
that
so.
means. I'm an out of touch old man.
In the 90s, though,
That was your favorite?
that was my jam.
With Adam Sandler.
Chris Farley,
Yeah.
David Spade,
Great group.
all of those people.
Yeah.
That was
Norm.
Macdonald.
Yeah.
R.I.P. buddy.
And then you had like the cast after that, which was also very good, like Kristen Wiig and Jimmy
Yes.
Fallon.
Yep.
Chris Kattan.
Kristen Wiig is my girl crush.
What's his name? Tim Meadows was in there.
Yeah.
And who's the other guy who was in 30 Rock with all of them? What was his name? I know. I'm having a hard time. But Amy Poehler was in there with Tina. Those are great, great cast members. That was a good cast, too. So,
50
anyway,
years.
50 years this Saturday.
That's a pretty good legacy that Lorne
That's
Michaels has
huge.
left. And if you think about all the movies
All
that have
the
like
stuff.
sprung out of SNL
Sure.
characters.
Sure.
Molly
Coneheads.
Will let's
Will
just
Ferrell.
talk about some of the greats from
Yeah.
SNL.
There's been a
Sherry
lot.
O'Terry.
A lot
Chef's
of people.
kiss.
There you go. All right. Well, season 50 coming your way this
We'll see.
weekend.
Might
All right.
not be what we like, but
I like the hosts and the guests so
That's what I'm
far, so
saying.
we'll see what they do. That is going to do it for us. Hope you have a great rest of your Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. We'll be back in the studio to hang out with you again, 6 to 10 on the podcast. Anytime you can listen everywhere you listen to podcasts, including YouTube now. So you have no excuse. We're everywhere. We have infiltrated the internet.
Ooh.
You can listen to the show anytime you want, pretty much anywhere you want.
Infiltrated.
Like, I don't know where it's not available at this point. Like,
right. So if you're not
it's
listening,
crazy.
why?
Yeah, come on.
Why?
Come on. Give us a listen. Come on.
Please.
It's pandering at this point. Anyway, thanks for being a part of the show and making this part of your morning. Appreciate it. And we'll talk to you tomorrow on your Friday.
Happy Thursday.
All right, see ya. Thanks for listening to Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast. If you enjoy the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Wake Up Classy 97 is hosted by Josh and Chantel Tyler and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.